Sorry, the last video cut off as I was trying to get all the cards laid out, so I'll just show you what the cards were that came out. The first card that came out was you have everything you need inside of you. I'll go through and give the overview, but this is what came out thus far. Okay. Anyways, same old general introductions. The messages are timeless. Whenever you find them, you're meant to find them. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Let's get it. The first card that came out was you have everything you need inside of you. You have the keys within. Meditate to find what you seek. Solitude, be the magician and unlock your mind. The next card that came out was you have nothing to prove to anyone but yourself. Life isn't a competition with anyone but yourself. Take the pressure off yourself. Nothing and no one else matters. It's you versus you only. And then right after that, a whole bunch of cards just fell out, and I have managed at this point to put the cards with their clarifying. So the following card that did land upright after that was you have to let people in to some degree. Let people in, drop some of your guards, let people love, support, and give to you. You're not meant to be alone. And then all the rest are clarifying cards. I'm told you know what you're doing. Trust yourself. Don't gaslight yourself. Trust your intuition. And that is going under the you have everything you need inside of you. And then enough is enough. Crossed lines, fed up, out of alignment, divine intervention. And I feel like that one's coming up with the that's on them, or that's on you, that's on them. Audacity is at an all-time high in these streets. Your light is irritating the demons. Don't let low-vibing people project onto you. Return to senders with love, light, and healing, and keep it moving. That's on them. They're telling me that enough is going with this. There's divine intervention taking place with a lot of, I wish I could say it's just one situation, but it feels like a 231 was just on the clock. It feels like there is a lot going on, a lot of situations going on where there has had to be this divine intervention where God, source, universe had to step in and say, hey, enough is enough of this. There's been a lot of injustice that has been done to a lot of the 144, 250 redemption line people. You will experience these things as well along your path, along your growth of ascension. But there is across the board a lot of this divine intervention, this divine justice, this kind of rebalancing of energies, the turning of the wheel, the changing of tides kind of situation that is taking place right now globally, collectively, energetically within the quantum energetic field. There's just been a lot of out of balance and out of alignment. People, places, things, activities, events that have been happening across the board here that are now being handled, dealt with by the divine court. The last card that is out here is let the pain fuel your gains. Use your struggles as a source of empowerment. Let the hurt ignite your soul. Transmute this negative experience into something positive. And that is also going with the you have nothing to prove to anyone but yourself. Life isn't a competition. Take the pressure off yourself. It's you versus you only. There's, like I said, when I said that this enough is enough, cross lines, fed up and out of alignment, divine intervention that's taking place. There's been a lot of things that happened to you that were very unjust, a lot of just very unfair things that essentially a lot of my 144, 250 redemption line people as well had to just grin and bear, had to just take it, had to just take that suffering, had to just take that pain, suffer in silence, kind of a deal. And now is the turning point. I keep just seeing I think in the traditional tarot deck, it's the wheel of fortune. The wheel is now turning in your favor, but as soon as it turns in your favor, it's like obliterated, where there will be no more of this wheel turning that can be easily manipulated to going one way or the other, right? Divine intervention is taking place to make sure that that does not happen ever again, that there can be no more foul play, and everything will be based upon energy, energetic resonance, right? So are you in energetic alignment with the position or the people, the places, the things that you are wanting, right? There will be no more of these people in high places and positions that should not be in those positions, who haven't earned the divine credentials and stamp of approval to be doing X, Y, and Z. I hope you understand the example that I'm trying to give here for this, but this is the closest thing that I can give to you, the closest example that I can give to you on this. It's very much this kind of clean sweep that is taking place across the board. And previously, it in the old world, it felt as though you the the old world was set up on literally nothing but smoke and mirrors and illusions, and it made you feel as though you did not know what you were doing, because the things that you have been doing up until this point have been very much unorthodox, very much not by the book, not done before. You've very much just been out here kind of paving the way, paving and forging a new path. Yes, forging a new path and going against the grain essentially on everything that the old world was set up on. So it very much made you feel as though you did not know what you were doing, but you do know what you're doing, and you've always known what you're doing, and you will continue to know what you're doing as long as you follow your intuition, your heart and soul. Allow your sonar. We keep talking about this internal sonar that you have, but as long as you're allowing the sonar to lead you and guide you, and you follow and trust that the intuitive hits that your sonar brings back to you, that your heart and soul gives to you, that data, that information, that energetic analysis that is done on the people, places, and things around you, whatever you feel has been already energetically analyzed before it hits your physical reality, before it has hit your physical eyes. You know what you're doing, regardless of how it may look or feel or seem on the outer perspective. You are being guided and asked to continue to hold that zoomed out perspective so that you're able to see things from the highest, most divine perspective, from the eyes of God, source, universe. I'll keep saying this every time it comes up. Trust not with the eyes of man, but with the heart and soul of the divine, right? So you want to always let God, source, universe's perspective be the perspective that you take. And I know it is easier said than done, but God, source, universe has very much equipped you with everything that you need. You have everything you need. You've got the keys here. And this is what I have said in previous videos about you having the keys. You've been like, God's source universe is giving you the keys, and not to just be out here like crazy with the things, but you have the access to do the things that it is that you're wanting to do, whatever the case may be, right? You have it and are very much aware at the divine level, at the higher level of what it is that you have been called here, this incarnation, to be doing. and there is no competition. Again, the old world is very much set up on making people feel like, oh, I gotta be better, I gotta do better, I gotta have better than X, Y, and Z. And this constant comparison, right? This constant comparison to other people's growth, to other people's journey, to other people's progress, to other people's successes, the way that they made their success or how they did something or how, and I understand it is so much easier said than done, because when you are in the thick of this, when you're here forging a new path, going against the grain in a world that is built and designed, literally the very foundation of its structure was for the purpose of keeping people in this entrapment of illusionary competition, of this rat race of have to be doing, must be working a cookie cutter 9 to 5 job, otherwise you're not a functioning person in society. 11:11 was just on the clock. A lot of what your wishes and destiny are coming from you following your internal guidance and doing this going against the grain. Because you're not a part of this, yes, it may be hard, it's very difficult, but what you're doing is literally aligning you and setting you up for the utmost highest rewards and success that are in alignment for your highest good, purpose, self, and destiny. Your success will not look like anybody else's had, because you're not doing it the way anybody else has. What you're doing has not been done before. And that in general comes with its own set of very difficult, challenging. It's a mind trip. It is, especially when you cannot physically see essentially anything. You're not going to be able to physically see the 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 full spectrum of the work that you have been doing and are doing, to gauge it. Like in a physical sense, when you clock in at a 9 to 5 job, you have certain tasks that you complete within a day, right? And you can see at the end of the day or at the end of that work week or pay week in monetary money, like, oh, I completed this many hours, right? And I made this much money. But what you're doing, because you are working for God source universe, uh, your progress report, your tangible funds are in the divine bank, the the energetic bank. You are in the energetic realm, in the spiritual quantum realm. So you're not able to physically see literally all the things that you are and have been doing. And as a human, having, as a spiritual being having a human experience right now, it's a mind trip to feel as though you're not producing or accomplishing things by the humanistic terms. It's a strange dynamic that a lot of my 144, 250, and the redemption line people, you will be experiencing at some point as well along your path too, where you're very much living on the divine realm, but still obviously on a physical earth. And it can get it can get very hairy. It can get crossed. Wires can cross very frequently on trying to keep the mind balanced on both. Do not let the lack of being able to see the physical results off put you or make you feel like you don't know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. You've always known, and you'll always know what you're doing. There are going to be people who as you start seeing these gains coming in, as you start letting these people in to love you, as they start coming in to support you and give you this positive recognition, that is this is like delayed gratification, long overdue for you to have. You're going to have these people where it's bothering them big time, because they are stuck in this competition phase. They're stuck in this competition mentality. And wow, I've said this before in a video, but it's like, how are you not the winner in your own mind? Like it's literally a competition within your own mind, but yet somehow you're still beating them in their own mind. It's That's on them. Shoulder shrug, right? When you start getting all the physical, tangible blessings and rewards that you deserve for doing all the aforementioned kit that you've not seen work, when you start getting in the when the as above starts to match the so below, so to speak, and you start getting all the physical, tangible rewards, recognition, and all the things, the abundance, the love, don't let these people come in here and try to make you feel some kind of way about it. You have earned this. And if they want to be in their feelings about it, it is what it is. Shoulder shrug, wish them the best, send them love, light, and healing, and keep it moving. You have earned this. All right. The card that's at the bottom of the deck is forgive yourself and others. Forgiveness is freeing. You for letting yourself down, others for what they've done to you. When we forgive, we can begin to heal. There is a lot of this healing forgiveness energy that's taking place right now. Saturn is also retrograde. That is making us very much take a look at our innermost emotional needs, desires, wants, things that we thought we wanted, things that we thought were emotionally fulfilling to us, any kind of relationship type things, either interpersonally or externally. We're looking at these things, right? This is what this time period is. And as such, I do feel like there are a lot of relationships that will want to be mended or worked on, for lack of better words, right? A lot of people who will want your forgiveness, and it's like that's fine, but again, you don't have to. I'll always say this: you can forgive people and not have them back into your life. They don't have to have an all access pass to your life. They don't get to have. Some of them might get to come back and join in, depending upon how much work have they done on themselves. Are they worthy to join you where you're at now in your highest state, right? Or in your higher state? You'll just have to, again, let your sonar feel it out, figure out whether or not this will be a mutually beneficial situation for you to have whomever it is that needs forgiveness, also forgiving yourself for your past, right? But you can forgive people and not have them be a part of your life, and that just is what it is. With that being said, thank you so much for all your likes, shares, and subscribes. And don't forget that you can book a session with me at ascensionoraclev.com. Use code FIRST to get $10 off of a session of 15 minutes or more. And the link to purchase the V Squad Oracle deck is in the description box also, if you're interested in that. And until next time, I'll see you, V Squad.